I shall start the recording. And so...
Huzzah! I have to go post this in the Savage Company Discord.
Alright.
Go to my Twitch. Oh no, they're back!
What?
Oh no, we're back!
Yeah, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on who you ask. Welcome, gentlemen. Back to Savage Company, where our plucky band of one skeletal, because our other skeletal is missing right now because work decided to call him in early and then he had schoolwork he needed to do, so...
Important things.
Important. Who cares about school or work or anything along those lines? We return once again to this grand world that I didn't give a name yet, but maybe I will in the future. I don't know. Where last we left off, you had arrived in the town of Anchor Point, which is right here. You had come at the behest of a convoy and have received really nothing for it, but you're in town and you're alive, so that's always something. Anchor Point itself is a massive city. It doesn't sprawl out so much as up. It's built into the side of a cliff face that digs deeper into the mountains. You see cranks and winches carrying cargo up to the what are they called? The airship docking areas, where you see dozens of airships, cargo vessels, privateering vessels, etc., etc.
Okay. I'm going to look at my two companions. So, where do we go from here?
I just realized something. We're fucked.
Yeah.
Beef isn't here. I can't communicate.
Do we want to keep this for the fun of it, or do we want to or does somebody want to take the free understanding sign language trait that I'm going to offer?
Isn't there... Okay, wait, no. We're gonna solve this using technology. Is there somebody in Magic? Is there somebody here in this town that has like a ring or amulet of translation so we can speak to our crustacean friend?
We don't have to put up with all the frustration.
Yes.
The frustration of the crustacean. God damn it.
Frustration.
Like, he's saying something or signing something to me. I'm like, oh, you want a spoon?
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh, it's time you see a lobster just take a spoon and jam it into someone's skull, like all the way through.
Yes, there is a magic shop. It is Miriam's House of Wonders, and Erden, when you walk in, you can tell that this place may not be up to Mira's shop back home in Erebor, but it's definitely got some nice items in it. Most of them are small trinkets, but you do find an amulet of translation that allows you to speak any language or understand any language.
And how much is this ring, or how can we procure? What do we got to do?
The shopkeep, an older, graying man, looks at the amulet. It does take so long. How does 16,000 gold sound?
We're from out of town. We're not. I don't have any currency that matches that.
Perhaps a trade could be in order then. Up on in the upper levels, there's a much older gentleman. He claims to have a map to the Icarus. If you could go procure that map for me, I'd be more than happy to give you the amulet as trade.
Okay. Now, Ted's gonna look over to our crustration friend, and he's going to, in like very exaggerated ways, we're gonna go up. And he's like, and take
with
a
both
map.
hands.
Click, 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 clack, click, clomp.
Yes, a map.
Like a kid like us, you watch as the skeletal, I'm pretty sure his name Ted, starts pantomiming, pointing upwards multiple times, and then appears to be drawing on some imaginary paper for you.
And it's at this point where Klidlarkos goes, "You stupid human, I can understand you."
Clickety
Kidding.
click
No.
click.
Clickety clack clack.
He tells
Yes,
you
Well.
we're gonna take a nap. We're gonna take a map.
he tells you where the so-called where this old man is, and he tells you it's the bar, the Winking Bear. It's up closer to the docks for the airships. It's usually home to various sailors, merchantmen, pirates, etc., etc.
Should be fine. Look at our elven companion. So, what do you think?
I already know all of the best languages, so I'm not sure I need a translation amulet, but I suppose we could get this for sake of convenience.
I just want to understand the crab.
We need to understand the crab.
Click, clump, 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 clump.
I'm not sure why you would want to, but alright, sure, I'll go along with it.
Alright. You take one of the elevators up to the 80th level. Once you're up there, you disgorge and quickly find the tavern, as it is quickly being overrun by various pirates, merchantmen, all manner of men and women. You even see a few other what's the race called?
Lobtros.
Lobtros. Yeah, you even see a few
Lobtros.
lobstros, several bugbears, hobgoblins, kobolds, plenty of humans. A lot of them seem to be not going in, but watching from outside. A lot of them kind of quietly snickering to themselves. Inside, the room is dimly lit by candles and very low-powered electric lights. The timbers are creaking ever so slightly from the increased winds up as the higher up you go. Behind the bar is a massive, literal bear serving drinks. With a very scarred bear, I should say. While a man in very dirty, nasty robes, barefoot, long fingernails, ragged, loose hair, greasy, and like he hasn't bathed in several months. You all think I'm a fool, but I tell you, this map, it is true. It leads to the Icarus. And a lot of people are just kind of, the quiet snickering becomes much louder. I see it. All of it. It's gold. It's glory.
Attic, make yourself present.
Your homunculus squawks. A sound you didn't expect from the thing, considering it doesn't look like a bird, but hey, so you're still working out the kinks. What do you want it to do exactly?
What's a good touch spell to make an appearance with?
Thunderwave.
I don't have that.
Also,
You know what? Fine then. We'll just have Chimeran push through the crowd. It should be sufficiently imposing to pave a way to the table.
The crowd turns and looks confused, and then they see this giant creature coming towards them and start backing up quickly. Very quickly.
So the thing does have more than one use.
Oh, it's designed to kill people for me. But yes, it does.
The old man stops as he looks at you. Have you come to gawk and laugh at me as well? He says, his eyes very wide. And as you watch, he is like spitting as he speaks.
And why would I do that, my good sir?
You don't think I'm crazy, do you?
I haven't established that yet.
Um,
Tell me more about this map.
Ted would
Yes.
like to make a medicine roll and see if this man really is clinically crazy.
You may do so. He's definitely got some loose bolts. Probably a few loose nuts, too.
Oh, nothing some Adderall couldn't fix.
Nothing some Adderall and a lot of alcohol can't fix.
Okay,
He pulls
let's
out
see what the crazy man has to say.
he
Yes.
pulls out a map. And this thing looks like it was made by a small child that had been left unsupervised and was given a lot of sugar. It is just scrawling after scrawling, words on top of words on top of words. You can hardly make it out, but you do recognize a few things: Icarus, the Black Ridge Mountains, and the and the Maelstrom.
So what's this map of here?
This
You
leads to
walk me through.
the Icarus. The Icarus. And for a second, you see sanity come back to his eyes, and he freezes. Not here. He looks around. Not here. We go somewhere else. And he starts like actually pushing you, much stronger than he appeared. He is pushing you out the door. At this point, the patrons have stopped laughing and are now very interested looking at him.
Look,
Chimerian, I recommend that you dissuade the crowd.
look, this man is not well. We're taking him to a hospital. Make way.
Who wants to roll first? Because
I'm gonna let
Like
Eggs do this.
giant robot chimera with, All right.
intimidation with advantage.
All right. Intimidation is charisma. It has a better charisma than I do, which is kind of funny.
That's not surprising. I'm pretty sure rocks have more charisma than Erden does. I'm sorry, buddy, but
Oh, he's supposed to. It's more fun that way. Uh,
Like, hey.
that would be a yikes if we didn't have advantage.
I was gonna say, okay. Does it roar? Does it shriek? What does it do? How does it intimidate these people?
It's gonna go and give just an otherworldly screech. It's wet, but also metallic at the same time.
Yep, I know that sound. I actually know
Yep.
that sound. Like, ugh. Alright.
Visible
If
concern.
anyone's ever played Chrono Trigger, Lavos' scream, pretty close match to what I'm thinking of here.
You all watch as this creature that you've known for about all of a day and a half lets out this ear-piercing shriek, and it actually breaks a bottle or two with how high pitch it is. Some people, a lot of the other non-human races, drop to their knees in agony as this thing tears through the sonic world. And everyone is watching terrified as it turns and stalks after you as you all lead this man out.
Oh, we're not done yet. I'm gonna go.
Oh no.
Homunculus. Perform repairs on the glasses that were damaged in that man's fine establishment, and I'm going to channel mending through it while we walk back.
As you do, the bottles repair themselves, though the bear behind the counter is understandably very perturbed and does not look happy with you. It has actually pulled out his overheld shotgun and is like watching you as you walk away. Because he's a motherfucking bear. He doesn't care about things like chimeras screeching in agony.
I would just like to say Ted is very concerned at this point.
Everyone should be concerned. Erden is. The old man has a few nuts and bolts missing, but Erden is missing a lot more. Or has he gained some? Who knows? Not me. The old man pushes you out into several back alleys where you find where he has been living, is the word, out of a box. out of like an old shipping box. He goes rummaging through the refuse and pulls out several leather-bound books, another piece of paper, and he pulls out a compass, a very old brass and silver compass. Here, it's here. The Icarus in the maelstrom. You know the Icarus, right? And he turns to
Never
Arden.
heard of it.
Educate us. Educate us. You seem like a learned man. Please,
So-
please educate us on this.
Will Lycos know about the Icarus from any chance?
I would like a history check from you, Lycos.
History.
Yeah, that's about right.
Hey.
Oh man.
If it was
The other one was a 20.
if it wasn't advantage, that'd be really great.
Wait, didn't someone give me help? Or...
Oh, I can if you want it.
We're not.
I'm gonna
I'm not
You've
from
got to
this
ask
world.
for it
I'm-
before the roll, though.
I'm gonna say Erden couldn't help him because he's not from this world, so he wouldn't know this.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I have an artificer ability that can give someone an extreme buff on a check 5 times a day, and I have guidance, which gives you a D4 on a check, and that's infinite use. But you gotta ask for him.
Gotcha.
Such is the fate of all the spells.
Yeah, Ted's just gonna be like, educate us, educate us, oh wise one.
The Icarus, the most powerful and resplendent ship, once built by the ancient god. Hold on, or not the ancient god, by the ancient pirate. Hold on, I need to actually get a name here because that was something I forgot to write down. Here we go. By the ancient half-elf pirate Krizdar Shadi. Yes, not exactly the most menacing of names, but he preferred to use it over any other epithets. The ship was built for one purpose and one purpose only. And he leans in, his breath smelling like rotten meat and just bad hygiene in general. To sail the world. That may not sound impressive until you realize that it could teleport. It was said that it could dive into the ocean on one end of the map and appear on the other. No, with no damage to show for it. Magic of untold power. It was said that its hold could carry more gold than the entire treasury of 3 nations. It was said that its cannons were so powerful they could strike down mountains. And it was said that when Krizdar went mad, he sailed the ship into the great maelstrom, seeking the sea god's vengeance, and disappeared. But it is
Why
here.
have you kept the map and not gone after the boat?
Oh, that's what you think? I did. You think I wouldn't try? Oh, I did. But the maelstrom, it holds far more than storms. Beasts, creatures from legends, and demons from hell. They came, they stormed, they destroyed. But someone else could take it. This map, it haunts me. It haunts my dreams. Take it. Get my revenge. Get the Icarus. Sail the world. And he is obviously pushing this onto you. All of this.
Okay.
Oh.
Ted will take the map
I
and
will. Sorry.
the compass and
Is that better, chat?
say. See. Technical issues due to the stream. Never happens before.
No, never at all.
Never. You know what? I'm gonna give the old man like 5 gold coins just cause.
He actually denies your gold. He's like, no, I have no need for such trivialities. Take it all, and he pushes the books, the maps, and everything onto you. And just watches you.
Okay, sure. Ted's just gonna like gather up all this stuff and like a weird ship travels the world. Okay, sure. I'm gonna look at Erden, Erden and our crab friend. Let's get out of here for
Before you catch
I don't know
something.
anymore. Yeah, before we catch something, or I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
just
return back to the shopkeep and show him the maps.
Okay.
He starts pouring through the books. He gives you the amulet and he starts pouring through the books, the maps, and everything. If this is correct, then yes, yes, yes. This could be exactly what I'm looking for. Tell me, you wouldn't happen to be in the market for work, would you?
We don't have anything better to do. Yeah, we're always up for work. Also, can I understand the crab now?
Yes, you can understand the crab now.
Oh, thank God. Hang on, before we take
God,
the job
you're
offer,
so fucking. You people are so fucking stupid.
it's like, what is your name? Dad has no idea. It's like gigantic crab man. That's all. That's all he's been calling it. Giant crab man.
Lycos is just gonna stay silent.
Wow, what a dick.
It's a beast. It doesn't have a name.
Wow,
Everybody
what
has
a
a
dick.
name.
Lycos is going to bitch slap Erden for saying that.
Let's not do that. Erden, you see the slap coming and duck the blow at the last second.
Despite our dysfunction, I will turn to the shopkeep. We are a semi-functioning group.
So
My other skeleton friend blew up a car. I did too. So did the crab.
Bones Malone just kind of waves. Well, as I'm sure you've already guessed, I am looking for the Icarus. I'm curious to see what magic control, if any, could allow it to do such things that it says it can do. And regardless, there should still be a literal mountain of gold on it, regardless. I can't really promise you anything in the way of payment, but I can promise you adventure, etc., all that, he says. He actually says the etc., part, by the way.
I will look back to Erden and Crab friend. Give us one moment. Guys, gold, adventure, and who knows what else might come along the way. Maybe love. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that.
Adventure, romance, gold. One of these things is more important than the others.
Next time on One Piece.
So what do y'all say? We gotta roll with it.
Well, I suppose the alternative would be running from the police after robbing this man blind, so yes.
Robbing me blind? What?
Well, I need resources.
Oh dear.
And I'm not exactly beholden to this realm.
I'm gonna say yes. We'll take the job.
He has no time to reconsider as you've already taken his hand and is like shaking it profusely. He's still confused looking at Erden like, the fuck? We leave in 3 days. Very well. Still confused as he looks at Erden.
So we got 3 days.
3 days to dick around. Or we can just jump straight to the end.
I don't have enough money to do anything, so yeah.
Erden knows exactly what he needs to do. Go to the local library.
Oh, do you? All right. Is anyone else going to follow Erden to the local library?
I was gonna follow the skeleton guy because the other skeleton guy
Skeleton.
was cool.
Yeah, let's follow him to the library. I too wish to read up on this world, and I would personally find it very hilarious if we saw a Lobtros reading a book. Like, dude, I'm gonna be like, read a kid's book to the kids.
Just wet, clacking motions as he closes the book. All the kids are like, "What?"
Mommy.
You eventually find the library. It's one of the oldest buildings built into the side of the cliff. Inside, you find a dark-skinned dwarf sitting at the desk. His white blue robes pulled around him as he is inscribing into a book. He hears you all approaching. The no offense, but your Lobtros must stay outside. The books are very delicate, you understand, yes?
Excuse me. Just pissed off Lobtros.
It's unfortunately the building was not made for the Lobstros. It was made for dwarves and elves and humans. The occasional orc.
The Lobtros is going to. Actually, does anyone tell the Lobtros this?
For the sake of not getting the poor librarian broken in half, I'm gonna give it to him really like. I'm not gonna stay straightforward. I'm gonna try to do this as kindly as possible. And
as diplomatic as possible.
They're not gonna let you in. The doors apparently don't work for you guys, and they're worried about the books. I keep trying to tell them like you're a learned man, but I'll bring you something outside to read. Do you have a favorite subject?
Yes. How to cook dwarf.
I will find this fucking book.
The dwarf looks very confused as you talk to the Lobstros. Okay, I will also need your names and a place that we can call upon you.
It's
for return reasons.
I'm Dr. Ted McCoy.
Dr.
PhD.
Ted McCoy. Dr. Ted McCoy, PhD. And he looks at you, Erden.
Erdnarier of the Duchy Armory of Orzet V, alchemical assistant to the king and head artificer of the court at your service. And I'll just give the address of the shop down the street. I'm visiting from foreign lands, but can be reached at this address.
Sounds good. All you see is him put down Erden Aryer, and he actually spells it wrong because he's seeing it how he pronounces it.
That's okay.
It's okay.
It's to be expected from dwarves.
Oof. All right. Very well. Now, what can I help you with today? I'm assuming you didn't make the dwarf comment, did you?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
I forgot. Erden is an asshole, but he's not an idiot.
So,
Yes.
so I'm gonna look at the dwarf and look back outside at my Lobtros friend. I'm gonna look at the dwarf. I said, "Look, take zero offense about the book I'm fixing to ask you about.
I love you, Doom. I love you, Doom.
My friend outside is very upset for Lobtros. He is actually a learned man and is very upset he can't come inside. So understand this is kind of his minor him being minorly upset. I need a book about how to cook a dwarf to
He,
keep him happy.
he looks at you just utterly horrified and very confused. Sir, do you see the doors? And he, like, now when I say that the desk is like 5 feet away from the doors, I really mean like 5 feet.
Yeah.
Barely enough room for all of you to stand abreast. The doors themselves are just wide enough for a very fat dwarf to walk through. And just a few inches higher than Erden. Erden actually kind of has to stoop as he enters in order to avoid
Is
hitting
that
his head.
the main concern?
The main concern is the fact that if the Lobstraus enters the doors, we will have to repair the doors, and I assure you this library is not a money-making venture. Believe
Oh.
me, I can assure you of that.
It just,
My good skeletal friend, is there a way you can relate a message to our lobster fellow?
I can. I mean, he just wants a book on how to cook a dwarf so he can read outside and be
Ask
a
him
happy
how
Lobstraw.
badly he wishes to enter the library with
Oh
us.
God!
I have devised a solution to this problem. But he has to give consent.
At this point, the dwarf is like, okay. I know of a book that is like that, but believe me when I say that I am not comfortable giving it out.
I'm not comfortable requesting it, but I'm
Don't
doing
worry,
it
don't worry,
to
don't
help
worry.
my
Just
friend.
Are you
it's
gonna
a safe
polymorph him?
solution.
Are you gonna polymorph
No,
him?
I'm going to use enlarge reduce and shrink him down to medium.
Okay. Kid Lycos, you feel your body begin. Wait, how long does this? Is this a concentration spell or is it?
Oh, sure, it is concentration for 1 minute.
So its maximum is 1 minute, and you have to be concentrating the whole time.
Well, I only have to be concentrating while he goes through the door, and then he can return to regular size, and then I can cast it again.
I think there's going to be a slight issue with that, but okay, sure.
Is this a spell slot or a cantrip?
It does use a spell slot,
my
but I am willing to do it for my friends.
Okay. You do your spellcasting bullshit and snap your fingers. You watch as the Lobstros begins to shrink in on himself, coming to about if a dwarf had been raised to about 6 feet tall. Still a little too tall to get into the door comfortably, but he can at least fit into the library now. And the dwarf clerk does give you the location for the Cooking with Dwarves, volume 1, 2, and 3, written by the Orc War Boss Blacktooth.
Oh my god, I love this.
I love a trip to the library.
Excuse me. Was it Ted?
Yes.
I'm going to like kind of like a little child hand him the book. Could you read this to me?
Hey, you know what? I will read the book to him. Like, is there a beanbag in here? Is there a beanbag section?
You know what? Yes, there are very strange beanbag chairs.
I will get in the beanbag with him and read him the book while Erden does his research.
Please tell me you read it just loud enough for the dwarf to hear.
No, I'm not going to be that rude.
Damn. Okay.
I mean, there's a difference between being an asshole and being a dick. Let's be real here. Oh god. Okay.
I wish I knew an artist to make a photo of, or a drawing of this would be hilarious.
If the Savage Company guys can pin me to their artist, I will pay them a lot of money to draw a picture of a lobstrus and a skeletal reading this book in beanbag chairs. Please, I'm begging you. Oh god.
I will chip in when I can. I would chip in just
okay.
Make it canon.
Okay.
Make fucking Kid Lycos canon in there.
All right. Serious, boys.
Okay.
Us being serious.
If we can do that.
At least make the attempt. Okay.
Yes.
Whew. What are you looking for exactly, Erden?
Okay, so Erden is going to look for the following 3 books. He needs something on extremely advanced magics, extremely advanced magics related to crystals specifically, extremely advanced magics related to golomancy, and then he's going to research the theories behind the airships in hopes that he will either be able to duplicate them or tinker a copy of them onto a sheet of paper that he can then store for later.
Okay. Well, you don't find much in the way of high magics, like for golomancy or for anything relating to crystals, but you do find books relating to airship engineering, the magics behind it, and the actual mathematics behind it. You actually find several books. How long are you going to stay and just read these books and transcribe them?
Probably until the Lobstros gets bored with his reading.
He's got
After all, I can come back here and check them out later, and by check them out, I mean throw them into my bag and leave this plane.
All right. You could check the books out the non-thieving way for now, and then you could just steal
Yeah,
them.
but then you have to turn them back in.
Well, no, then he can just steal them, and he takes he writes it down. Yeah, I'm here. I'll here's the late fee.
All right, yeah, we'll do that and then study up on airship technology.
Okay. So it turns out that the airships of this world are powered by a combination of what appears to be what's called diesel fuel engines and helium-based balloons encased in a alchemically treated magic shell that makes them just ever so slightly lighter than average iron and steel, giving them a sort of weightlessness that allows them to both ascend and descend. There are numerous types of airships, ranging from the cargo transporters you've seen above Anchor Point, and you see examples of Cathosian and Nalum warships with rows upon rows of 150, well, not 150, 105 millimeter cannons. You've seen fighters with twin propellers capable of going at very fast speeds, carrying very heavy ordnance. You see examples of orc airships armed with flamethrowers dueling with dangerous wyverns up in the mountains. It is very interesting read.
This is good. This is good. I like this. We're gonna be able to probably make use of these, provided when I get back we're not already ahead of this technology curve and everyone I know is dead. That'll be good.
That's what you think.
That's true. I guess Selena might be alive still, and I don't think I know any other elves.
You know a couple of elves, it's just whether you like them or not.
Statistically speaking, they're probably dead.
Oh boy. Alright. At this point, Erden, you're halfway through one of the mechanical engineering books on airships. You got Kid Lycos and Ted have just finished the first volume of the Cooking with Dwarves book. It is profoundly interesting. You've learned ways to make dwarf beer and sausage. You learned how to make dwarf meat bread.
Dwarf beer? Yes.
Yeah. Oh no.
I can make beer out of dwarves.
I know. If I could still taste, that sausage actually sounds pretty damn good.
You even learn a lobstros recipe for dwarf sashimi. Yes,
my.
We are gonna go that far.
I'm so happy.
Oh no.
It's only cannibalism if they're your own race.
Shit. Okay.
I have such a an asshole quip I want to make, but I don't want to make it just to not be an asshole to the dwarf.
Anyways, so we learned some disturbing things. I'm gonna look over at Erden. Are we ready to go?
I'm certainly ready to go.
Alright,
Can the
you,
lob
I
straws
could
be
use
like
a spear. I could use a spear.
a spear?
A spear.
Okay. You sign out the books, you fill out your name. I'm assuming you're gonna say you'll sign them out for 1 week. And then just never return it.
2 if they'll allow it.
They'll sign it out for 2 weeks, although there is a 2 gold damaging chart or security deposit you have to put down.
Do it.
You're stealing the damn things anyway, so don't worry about it.
No, what?
Hex.
I'll give him the gold.
I'm just waiting for Hex to say something.
No, I'll pay him.
Oh,
I just deducted that from the sheet.
okay, I expected you to say something. Never mind. Alright then. And you walk onto the streets. It is about mid-afternoon, 4 or 5 o'clock. If you want to go to the spear, you can go pick one up.
Well,
We'll pick up 3 spears.
Okay, 3 spears.
Ted really doesn't have anything he wants to pick up, so if Bear wants to do whatever, do it.
I want to find some dwarves and get to cooking right now.
Ted's gonna be like, no, wait until we're out in the wilderness.
Yeah, at least
Ooh,
wait.
wild dwarves. They probably taste really nice.
There are actually some minotaurs around here.
Those aren't dwarves.
Those are dwarf.
Probably
The
cook
man wants
them
dwarf
pretty
meat.
similarly.
Yeah, but he...
I must know what dwarf beer tastes like.
Alright, 3 spears is 3 gold.
Cool.
Rather antiquated weapon to carry around, but okay.
He says as the Lobstros carries a bayonet on the end of his shotgun. Though to be fair, in the Lobstros's hand, that bayonet is probably deadlier than a chainsword. Or at least as deadly.
The eventual goal is to get an anti-material rifle, but we don't have that yet.
Shrug. Yep.
You guys, the inn or the shopkeep gives you guys lodging in his place, so you can. So that night you all spend the night there. Then, does anybody want to do anything in the next 2 days, or do they just want to, other than
Can
reading
I-
a book on dwarf cooking and?
Nah. Oh, I want to go to a cooking shop and buy some spices and stuff.
Okay. We'll just say a pound of mismatched spices that you just
Yep.
go through and pick up. Will cost you about 2 gold for a whole pound
Oh yeah.
of just various spices.
Outside of reading, Erden will probably go around and pull the guy at the shop to see if he needs any assistance. Because Erden needs a ring, magic or not.
What kind of jobs can you do? He asks.
Annotations. I could do magical research. I could stock the shelf.
He shrugs. Sure, work the counter for a little bit. Kind of goes into the back room, and you hear as he does his own little research.
It's fine. If he doesn't want my help, then he's perfectly allowed to have inferior work. All right.
I'd like to remind
It's-
everybody that this
It's
that
perfectly
this is the
allowed.
True, this is the true Erden when Astrid and Zerosu are not around.
Mhm. Ned's just gonna like chill out and probably drink a lot, even though he can't get drunk, but he will make the attempt.
He will make the attempt, and you know what? That's all that matters. Because how can
Is there
you
just
know
like
if
a
you don't?
puddle on the floor of where he's drinking?
No, I imagine it as like he actually drinks stuff and it goes nowhere, and no one can figure out where it goes. And I think medically he's gonna try to figure it out, but just can't. We'll give up after about a day and just keep drinking.
I don't know what to tell you, Doc. He keeps going right through me.
The best part is he's not wrong about the whole. It doesn't. It does. It just disappears.
But I enjoy it, and that's all that matters.
It tastes good. Not great, but good.
But good.
So dawns the third day, and you all awaken. You all grab your gear and make your way to the airship docks up on the higher levels. The
Do I have a ring?
Yes, you do.
Beautiful. I will tinker that. Carry on.
He has chartered a small airship to take you to the Maelstrom. Few captains are crazy or brave enough to do this, but luckily you found one, a small pirate cutter, that had just come back from repairs. The captain and crew are eager to get sailing, and you all load up and begin your ascent. For all of you, none of you have been in an airship before. This is incredible. The entire
Lobstrust
fleet.
is gonna freak out.
Oh yeah, the Lobstros is freaking out, just kind of scuttling.
Why am I not on the ground? Why am I not on the ground? Why am I not on the
scuttling
ground?
across the ship.
It'll be okay. Just calm down.
Just think of it like the ocean.
It's not the ocean.
But in the
It
sky.
is the ocean.
No, it's not.
It's made
The
out of
ocean
air,
is
though.
the ocean is warm and comforting. This is wrong.
Okay, so to get a few things clear, nobody wants to actually pilot an airship, or do they?
I wouldn't know what to do with the damn thing.
Don't even have land vehicles.
You have land vehicles back in Erebor. They're just carts. They're not tanks.
I don't know how to use them.
Hey, I finally get to make this joke.
I guess I did ride the Wyvern the one time. That was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Hang on. I'm a doctor, damn it, not an airship captain. Yes.
Yay!
Finally, he got to say it.
And it only took 2 sessions.
2 sessions.
Session and a
There'll
half.
be many more. There'll be many more.
Alright. I just need to make sure. I just want to make sure so I don't have to, or so I have to get the skills and everything for the NPCs.
Me, as a player, I want to just for the shits and giggles make the Lobstros try, but as a Lobstros, I don't want to do anything.
I was gonna say, remember who you're talking to. The GM tends to not care as long as it's funny.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm thinking too. It's like it'd be fucking hilarious.
I'm just thinking we have to go find him a tub and like constantly like splash water on top of him to calm him down.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna cast heroism on the Lobtros to instill him with additional confidence.
Also during
It's
the journey,
free bravery.
during the journey, I will offer my medical expertise to the crew and set up like a little clinic.
Okay, the ship's in luck. They don't actually hit their last doctor. Kind of got fragged on that last little run. So they're happy to have you aboard. They're even willing to pay you for various medical services you need to offer. The trip.
I look down at one and I say, "Son, you need to stay out of the brothels for a while."
This younger man just looks totally embarrassed as you say that. It's just like, okay. So, do you have
Right.
anything to not make it hurt?
Let us see.
You've got enough ointments and various other medicinal
But-
herbs that you make up for him, and just like apply twice a day, once in the morning and once before bed.
Good luck to you, son.
You-
Sitting about the door. Next patient.
All in all, you make about 23 silver off of this, because the pirate captain
Hey,
does actually give you some pay for this.
hey. I'm like, somebody's got to change their diet. I'm gonna recommend this new diet. I'm calling the Atkins diet. I don't know where I came up with it, but I'm like, you just need to eat healthy fats and meat. You'll be fine. Okay.
Oh boy. It is
That's
about
already how the elves eat.
the elves don't eat meat.
So
About
anyway,
4 days into the journey, you all kind of set into the routine. Erden continues reading his books. Kid Lycos is currently rocking himself back and forth in the fetal position. He almost rolls with how
He
proud
can't be in the fetal position. We're giving him artificial courage.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
and the courage,
Drugs
the
is
courage,
magic.
no, the courage is making sure Kid Lycos just doesn't, try to jump out of the ship.
Oh,
or
there you
anything.
go.
Also, Barry, you are back at full health, by the way.
Yay!
oh yeah, he got wounded. I forgot to treat him.
He's the only one that got wounded in that fight.
Well, I'm kind of a big giant fucking lobster, and they kind of shot a machine gun at me. Not like I could dive out of the way.
It makes you immune to fear.
You're fine. You lived.
Yes, but doesn't make
Yeah.
him immune to terror. Yeah, wasn't expecting that one, were you, Hex? The fourth day into the journey, you all begin setting into your routines. Lycos is on the floor, not contemplating throwing himself out of the airship, but he is still in the fetal position in the cannonball-like stance. Erden is mostly stuck in his cabin reading his book.
Although I
And
will come out occasionally to fix things if something breaks.
do you have repair tools?
I have mending.
Oh, that's right, you have mending, duh.
And additionally, 3 times a day, Chimerian can engage emergency repairs on any object or construct.
Yeah, the homunculus tends to terrify the rest of the crew, who see it as a bad omen. But as it stands, everything comes to smooth sailing until you hit the storm.
Of course.
It starts off small, just a little bit of light rain, and then it becomes much, much, much worse. The airship rocks and rolls. It's very lucky that this isn't a gondola, otherwise you would be thrown about constantly. I need everybody who is not locked away in their cabin. So it'd probably just be Ted and Erden who don't have to
Okay.
make acrobatics checks to stay afloat or to stay on.
Oh
Stay
boy,
standing
here
up.
we go.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Uh
Ooh, I'm gonna have a bad time.
Yep. So, luckily you weren't on top deck when you were doing this. You were just kind of getting something to swallow, eat. I mean, do you really digest anything? But
No, but I enjoy the taste. So
it's the principle of the matter. All of a sudden, the ship hits a squall, and the bowl of soup you were about to eat spills onto your uniform, and you go flying backwards.
ah,
It isn't long before you reach the eye of the storm, and you see, and somebody shouts, "Ships! Ships on the horizon, Captain!" The captain pulls out his spyglass. "Ah, Redmayne's crew. Was wondering when we'd see them again." And he
What?
turns and he calls for all hands on deck and to man your battle stations.
Well, it's a good thing I'm just here for the ride.
Wow. What a dick.
Ted's gonna stand up, like dab at his poor soup. And here's battle stations. He goes, not again.
Off in the distance, you see 3 ships similar to your own. 2 banks of guns, 1 on each side, 3 guns each. Is anyone going to man the guns, or are they going to let the NPCs do most of the fighting?
Somebody comes into my room, I'll fight him.
You know what?
I'm
Ted's
too
the
busy.
Yeah, Ted's the adventurous sort. He'll go for it. Why not?
Okay, well, which gun do you want to man? The heavy autocannon? Hold on, I actually need to pull the weapon tab up.
I have to redeem myself for not blowing up a vehicle the last game.
Well, you'll get it here. Okay, do you want to man... No, so that's the harpoon launcher, not that one. Isn't there a bigger one? Oh, is there not a bigger one? I thought there was a bigger one. Oh, that's
There's always a bigger gun.
always.
This is true.
Okay, there is a harpoon launcher, a heavy autocannon, and then a big Gatling gun. Which one would you like to man?
I like the big cannon. It sounds fun.
The big autocannon? Alright.
More DACA.
You shall mount the heavy autocannon. Kid Lycos.
I will scream out DACA, DACA, DACA every time I shoot.
If you didn't, I would be depressed, and we would have to have words after this.
Yeah.
Kid Lycos, are you mounting any of the weaponry, or are you going to let Ted do all the work?
Did someone come get me?
No.
Because if no one came to get me, then I'm still freaking out in my cabin.
Okay.
The poor Lobtros.
Bear is just, the poor Lobstros is just like freaking out. Oh boy. Alright, then I guess Ted, give me an initiative roll.
Rapscallions.
We'll use your initiative for the whole ship. Alright.
Oh no. Oh no.
The other ships begin to move into combat. It opens up with its set of heavy machine guns. Or no, not heavy machine guns. With its Gatling guns, sorry. Yeah. Alright.
I shall duck as best I can.
You technically have full cover. It's basically just shooting at your ship.
Alright.
Oof. That is a hit. And it does... And they were firing in bursts, and it does 48. Alright. Ned, roll your attack.
What am I rolling? Dex or what?
You are going to roll Dex plus proficiency.
Alright, so it's a +8 technically.
And you can fire on full auto burst, which doesn't really affect this thing, so that is a hit.
I will DACA and have the crew look at me very, very confused. And I don't know where the hell that's coming from.
You just throw it out there. Why not?
So, what's the damage?
The damage for the heavy autocannon is... Once I pull it up here, 10d6 piercing.
Ooh.
It is a big gun. It has earned its reputation.
There we go. 34.
Were you aiming for... Sorry, I meant to ask this earlier.
No.
Are you aiming for the body, the helm, or the movement system?
You know, as a doctor, I know that destroying the head does the job, so I'll aim at the helm.
Okay. Sounds good. You
Fire on their engines.
You rack the... This is like a 40mm Bofors. is what I'm going to
Okay.
call this. So you turn your cannon barrel and you start racking the side of the control tower, smashing up internal pipes, destroying communication lines. You actually, it looks like you, judging by the red paste, you cover half the wall and you do kill some people. But there do appear to still be crew members inside piloting the ship.
Well, we're gonna have to fix that.
The harpoon gun is going to fire. Wow, you guys suck. Alright. You watch as the other gun on the ship, a large harpoon gun, fires off and just whiffs the body. The loader smacks the gunner on the back of the head and prepares to load another harpoon.
I will give him a stern look of disapproval.
Jesus Christ. Alright, well, the minigun jams. Now they gotta spend their next turn on jamming that.
It's okay. That's why there's 2 airships.
And now the other ship's turn is gonna miss as well. Damn, I am rolling terrible. Jesus. Alright, time for their autocannon. Hey, that's a strike on the body. Unfortunately, it is not a heavy autocannon, it is just a light autocannon. Come on, roll 20.
Come on, roll 20.
It says rolling the dice, but it's not doing anything.
It is. Sometimes their
Thinking.
servers get overloaded.
It's thinking really, really hard about what it wants
There
to
we
do.
go.
There it goes.
Man, what
Yeah.
dice do we want to roll here?
23. Alright. Sounds good. Alright. Go ahead and roll for your attack there, Doom. It is your turn.
Again, I will aim for the captain seat, hoping that if I destroy enough of them, they'll quit. They'll just go away. Yeah, I'm gonna miss.
Actually, no, that is a hit.
Oh wow! Yay!
It's an
things are
enormous
not-
target.
No, it's actually these things have a really low AC.
39 points of damage.
You recorrect your aim and just unleash into this thing. The entire captain's quarter area is completely obliterated in a hail of lead. The ship begins to list and churn as the control system for the engines has apparently been knocked out, and it is forced to just keep flying in the straight direction it was already going.
As a doctor, I'm conflicted. I both save lives and sometimes must take it.
The harpoon gun. Hey, that actually hits. The harpoon gun fires and hits the other ship in the body, and you watch as 2 of the skeletal crewmen begin climbing across the steel rope, and blades in their mouths as they prepare to board.
That's gonna be a mistake.
The captain rallies his men, and the other ship begins to close as well, the guns falling silent as they too prepare to board, to repel boarders and board in turn. Do you want to give one more blast of cannon fire?
Oh hell yeah, I do. I'm gonna shoot those guys on the rope.
No, those are your guys.
Oh, okay.
No, those are your guys.
Those are our guys. Okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
Mr. Pirate.
The airship that's like harpooned me. I'm gonna shoot at the captain's deal again.
Okay. Roll again. Hey.
Oh my.
Ooh, 1 point off.
31. That's fine.
Yeah, good rolls. Alright, once again you strafe the captain's quarters, and once again bloody mist pours through, sending bodies to the ever depths. Soon the ships are locked in combat, and you watch as more and more of the of your ship's crew begin jumping across to engage in mortal combat. Anyone want to get in on that, or are we all just gonna let the... You can take shots at them with your rifle if you want.
I'll actually run down to go get my crustacean friend.
Get the crustacean. Get the crustacean.
Grab the crab.
Hello.
And I'm gonna be like, "Hey, we're repelling borders. You want to go shoot something?"
The crustacean's gonna try to go, fuck yeah, just attach his bayonet, and just, oh yeah.
All right.
Finally, something to do.
We'll go get Erden too, because he can't miss out on this.
All right, fine. We can participate in a boarding action.
Erden, we're gonna go shoot more things. I just shot a ship up and probably killed a captain.
That all right.
All right.
I suppose if no one's going to let me read.
Very well. You all make your way onto the deck where the fighting on the other ship is continuing with no problems. You leap across the decks and crashing into the floor of the other ship. We're playing this very fast and loose, so anybody who wants to go can go.
I'm gonna just fucking open fire.
Okay. You see one of the other ship's crew with a rather large caliber rifle. You level your shotgun. Fire.
Fuck.
And there's a click. A click. You look down.
Oh, you rolled a 1. Oh shit.
You rack the pump. It's not working. Wait, are you shooting or are you stabbing?
Shooting.
Okay. You see, and you look inside,
I...
the actual shotgun shell had broken because paper cartridges suck, and nobody's developed Nobody's developed plastic cartridges yet.
Could I just go? And just charge at him to stab him?
You could charge him and push him off the fucking ship if you wanted.
Or charge him and stab him with a bayonet.
Yeah, you can do that too. Why not?
Bayonet.
Yeah.
When the gun itself fails, use the sword.
When the gun fails, use the bayonet. All right.
Yep.
You charge the fucker and stab him. You ever play Gears of War 3?
No. Well, a little bit.
Did you ever use the Retro Lancer charge?
No.
Okay. So you charge at him, thrust your bayonet into his gut, and hoist him into the air, and then drop the bayonet ever so slightly and jam it further, and this guy is just screaming in agony. His cutlass and pistol forgotten.
You'll make a tasty meal.
Oh god. Unfortunately, there are no dwarves on this ship. Only humans.
More concern. More
concern. Concern elevates.
The concern is escalated.
Look, I know how to cook one of these squishy beings. I can probably figure out how to cook another one. They're just tall dwarves.
God damn it. Oh boy. Anyway, who's next?
Okay. Erden is going to send out the homunculus to grab the face of one of the people on the boat, and then cast Shocking Grasp through it. Does a 23 hit?
Yes, the 23 does hit. So you all watch as this chimera creature charges across the deck, leaps onto one of these guys.
Oh, this isn't the chimera. This is the angel.
Oh, this is the angel. Oh god. Never mind.
What?
Does it look like a weeping angel, or does it look like...
If it's not moving, then yeah, it's just sort of like completely stationary, praying position, head bowed.
What does it look like when it is moving?
Yeah, weeping angel.
Okay. So
Because
you
It's
all
just
watch
full on
as this
sprinting.
winged...
Well, to be fair, we don't know what a weeping angel looks like when it's moving, because you don't see it.
I think we can understand. I think we can figure out what it looks like when it's moving. You all watch as this winged creature shrieks, slams into this guy, sinking claws into it, and then he just goes rigid as coursing electricity goes through him and grounds out into the floor.
As you look back to Erden, you'll notice that his hands are sparking, and also that he isn't quite done yet.
The concern
Chimeran,
escalates further.
rend. And the steel defender is then going to charge forwards. And he gets spell attack bonus to hit. So that's the same roll.
Doom, if you ever do 5e, don't let artificers be in your game.
No, I'm visibly concerned.
And then plus 9. Does a 25 hit?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. And then that deals, my proficiency bonus is 4 plus d8. $10 damage.
Alright.
It's just going to rotary jab him with its Cthulhu tentacles.
And this poor bastard goes down in a hail of screams as he is just
It just
mauled to
flens him apart.
yeah, just
Like
flensed.
like a Necron flayed one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy is just stripped to the bone. It's not a pretty sight, and many of the other crew members start thinking, okay, maybe surrender is a better option. 10.
And then I'm going to draw the
wait.
musket, but not fire. Just ready the musket.
Damn it. 10.
As a medical professional, I am very concerned. No longer with my crustacean friend, but with what this weird individual is bringing to the battlefield. I will just shoot somebody.
The lobster charges and bayonets a poor bastard. The elf does that, and then the skeleton. Boom.
The skeleton goes, I can only shoot.
Bang!
That hits.
5 points.
Oh god, I saw something evil I could do.
You finish off the poor bastard that the mechanical monstrosities are.
I would do that because I believe in being the least merciful.
Somebody's got to be merciful in this group, and it sure as hell ain't the other skeletal or the lobster or the.
On the other hand, the guy on my bayonet, is he dead?
No, he is still just flailing about, trying to dislodge himself off of you. Very hard for
I'm gonna reload and fire into him.
It's gonna take a full action to clear the jam.
Fine, I'm gonna sit there and clear the jam while he's on my freaking bayonet. Could you, sir? Could you move? Could you move, sir?
Just digging out the shell while this guy's just screaming on your face. Oh boy. This guy taking bleeding damage. Okay. Oh god. Alright.
What am I? Ted, we're just gonna roll with it. Screw it. Get it.
Someone's gonna try. Be the good man here, Doom. Finish the poor bastard off.
I will. When my turn comes.
Erden, your pets have no longer anything to play with. Would you like to find them a new chew toy?
You know, I think that would be most appropriate, seeing as to how these fools have not bowed down before me. There's not enough groveling going on here. I feel like there needs to be a little more groveling. So we're going to find the next crewmate and introduce him to an arcane musket.
Yep, that's a hit. Wait. Yeah, that's a hit. Alright. Do you see one of the riflemen that's currently sitting on the forecastle taking pot shots? So you twirl around, level it, and fire. You watch as your ball strikes the guy in the gut. and he falls to the ground. Still alive, but sorry, still alive, but definitely worse for wear.
That won't do. I'm going to shoot him again.
Wait, your gun has to be reloaded. It's still a single
No.
shot. Wait, I'm sure you told me why you don't have to reload.
Yeah, it's an infused weapon. It uses repeating
Right,
shot.
right.
So it manufactures its own ammunition out of the magic I would use for like a cantrip or something.
So eventually might have to fight the elf. I'm very, very scared. This elf concerns me greatly.
Concern is certainly, yeah.
Okay, and
It
then
would be well appropriate to have concern.
yeah, that's not a bad idea, honestly. You probably should be.
All right. He sits up, surprised that he's alive, and then you just put a round right between his eyes, and he slumps down dead.
Oh my god. Have you guys seen Saving Private Ryan?
Yes, I know exactly what scene you're about to reference.
In the beginning, where it's like,
Yeah.
you lucky bastard.
He gets plugged. Yeah. Greatest scene in that whole movie. Gonna be honest with you.
And then our steel defender is going to introduce them to Rend Angelus once more.
God damn it.
Get him
Alright.
with a stealth. It may help.
It may help. Alright, that's it.
Plus 9.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, that's still a hit though.
9.
Alright, once again, you sick this thing on some poor bastard, and he is screaming in agony. Is that all you're doing?
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Alright.
Spell restoring grenades with anti-magic fields in it. And oh god!
How does that even work?
I don't know, but I want something. Ned's is like there's no more targets.
Well, technically, there's one.
As a medical professional, I know that man's just gonna die in like 10 seconds, so I'm not gonna bother the bullet. I'm gonna go board this ship because you know what? Ted needs a ship, and I want this one.
Captain Dr. Ted Bones.
PhD. Remember, the PhD is important.
Captain Ted McCoy, PhD at I almost said PhD at law.
Ted's
He's
gonna
also
do
a
the
lawyer.
boarding. Ted's gonna counterboard and begin to look for a fight.
All right. It appears that the battle is dying down. There weren't too many other crewmen on this ship. There is still the guy sitting on top of the bayonet, but I mean,
I'll be like,
He's fucked.
I'd be like, for the gods' sakes, finish the man off. The rest of you bastards, surrender.
Okay. Boom.
I could have healed him.
I do
Why
not
did you
persuade
do that?
anyone.
all right. Well, I was about
I
to say,
can-
you get advantage on that, so
Oh.
you get an 18. The other
I
guys
can heal
decide,
him.
fuck it, and they drop their guns and surrender.
Yeah.
So they
Drop
fight.
your weapons. Yeah, drop your weapons. Now empty out your pockets. This is a robbery now.
This is our train.
Counter piracy.
Counter piracy.
Yar.
Hard.
What? Bullets cost money, so does medical equipment.
I can heal them for free. I could do that.
No, we're not doing this for free. We're taking their money. I'm taking all their guns. I'm taking all their weapons. It's all gonna get sold.
You go through the ship in its entirety, and you find a chest of several dozen golden ingots. They're unstamped, and you from the crew themselves you collect around 150 silver pieces.
Okay.
You also collect 15 lever action rifles, 5 auto
Write this
pistols.
down.
Oh, okay.
Rifles. Okay.
5 auto pistols and cutlasses. And you find a crate of grenades. Unfortunately, they do not have the grenade launcher adaptation, so they're just regular hand-thrown grenades.
Yay.
All fragmentation.
Is this ship still operable? Oh,
It
wait a
is.
sec. I can't even pilot it. Never mind.
No, well, you do have. There is still like a skeleton, pun totally intended on that one, crew that you can that you could have on this ship. You could start your own pirate armada.
It's tempting, but nah. We'll just take the shit and tell them to leave. Go home. Or I don't know. What was the captain of the other ship? What done with him?
Apparently when you shot the other ship, you actually killed the leader of this little flotilla, who was his rival. So he's happy as a clam.
What do you want to do with these guys?
I don't care.
Um,
What do you want to do, boys? And he looks at the other crew, and they're like, "We'll join you." Good enough for me. Welcome to the flotilla.
I'm still taking their shit.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sure we can always procure more. The war between Kathos and Nowlum is heating up apparently. Plenty of opportunities for plunder that way.
Shrug. Hey guys, I got a crate of grenades. And some gold. I'll give my crustacean friend the crate of gold. Look, shiny stuff.
Shiny.
I have to do this now, Doom. You've made me do this.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I have to get the song.
Oh no. Don't CCMA us.
Well, I'm not gonna. It's
post
only
it.
gonna be DCMA'd if Campus plays it
Yeah.
Oh, also,
on stream.
free Hong Kong down with the with the People's Republic of China.
Exactly.
We gotta get that. Gotta get that in there.
Taiwan is true China.
Yep.
I have friends in Taiwan, so Taiwan is true China to me. Okay. Oh, you're happy as a clam. Yes. Okay. I'll watch that later.
Taiwan. Here's another song that I need to give, but I'll find that later.
Yay, we've got treasure and things.
You have treasure and things, so regardless, you still made out like bandits on this one.
I'm gonna proceed. I'm gonna take the chest, set it down, and start cleaning off the bayonet.
Okay.
While standing in a freaking just puddles of dead person. Because I assume there's chunks. There's just chunks.
Just it ain't pretty. It ain't pretty at all.
Look, when someone gets stuck on a bayonet and twisting and pulling doesn't work, you just open fire.
Oh god.
I'm just going to count all my cool stuff that we just got.
Yeah. All in all, you got about 20 grenades, 20 fragmentation grenades. So enjoy. The other ship. He sends the other ship back with a couple of other crew members of his crew to go back and get refitted for repairs and possible raiding and plunder. No one's too quite sure about that one yet, but who knows? This war could go on for a while.
Could I have 5 of those grenades, please, sir?
Sure.
Thank you.
I'm also very concerned about all your weird gadgets.
Whatever for?
It's just never mind. I'm not gonna worry about it. Just go with it, Ted. Just go with it.
I like to imagine Erden has this like totally reasonable look of confusion. Like, what do you mean? They're perfectly fine.
Yeah, I've advanced these to be the most effective killing machines that I've built yet. There's nothing wrong with them. Because if there's a design flaw, speak up about it.
This little joke Ted's gonna play him. I think I heard a little squeak in the wheel. You might want to take a look at that. Squeaking in like one of the joints. Just a little.
All right. Erden
think-
is now going to begin disassembling part by part both of these mechanoids and like field strip, tear down, and reassemble on both. Just mend every single part, oil it, grease it, hammer it into the right shape.
Out of
Everything.
character, you do realize I'm gonna do this every single time he uses after the. I think there's a little squeak, man. Keep hearing
And
it.
he will field reassemble them every single time.
Okay. We've won
Can't
the air
have a
battle.
squeak. No. There will be no flaws in my engineering.
So where are we going next?
That's unacceptable. Oh my god, this is at a 30-degree angle. That should be 33. Oh, no wonder you heard this squeaking. God, was I drunk?
Erden doesn't drink. Oh boy. Several days later, you see the Maelstrom, and calling it the Maelstrom really doesn't give it justice. It is a black, swirling vortex of just rain and wind and lightning. It cracks and roars and thunders as it churns and raps. The shopkeep pulls out the journal. Yes. If these books are correct, the Icarus should be inside the Maelstrom. Well, we're not going in there, the captain says as he begins churning the ship about. Don't be absurd, fool. If we don't go in there, how can we think of the treasure, the loot, the ship itself? No ship could have survived that, even if the Icarus was a thing.
Did they have a dinghy on here?
I could probably fix it up.
They actually do have a very small dinghy that they can take. It's not very powerful, and it might not be powerful enough to get you back up, but you can take it.
If we can recover a significant portion of the components, I believe I have the expertise necessary to completely reconstruct the Icarus.
So Captain refuses to go.
The captain
Nothing we
is
can do to talk him into it.
Also, why didn't you work this out with the captain in advance?
We weren't quite sure if we'd find it, to be honest with you. Or survive. Anyway, there is a way we can get into the Maelstrom. He opens up the book, and Erden, this is a language you do know.
Oh god,
because
that's
it's
bad.
It's your Elvish, believe it or not.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Now we're getting the real callbacks.
You don't think you've seen Erden seem concerned before? But he's concerned.
The incantation, he begins to speak the incantation. Magical runes forming about his legs, arms, and hands as he outstretches one arm. The maelstrom begins to quiet and part. And deep inside, you see the ship. It is crashed and broken, almost like it's been speared onto the rocks like a great beast by ancient hunters. It doesn't look like any airship any of you have ever seen. Looks very interesting, to say the least. Let me grab a picture of what kind of ship I'm looking at here. None of these are really ridiculous. Yeah, I'll find one later. It's made up of brass and bronze and glass. It has a massive, almost... Actually, no, this would work. Imagine the submarine from Atlantis, and that's what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
But it has much larger fins